It's Helen and I'm Paul, and we'd like to share with you how great it has been to go with Coastal Property Solutions. It's been a positive experience from the get-go. We were quite apprehensive. We'd been overseas for 6 years and we came back and we had quite a limited budget. And it was great to see that despite all our fears about blowouts in budgets and how we were going to get a place built from scratch, that Craig and Daryl were willing to walk beside us and to ensure that that did not happen. And they gave us plenty of reassurance, and I'd like to also say that they delivered too.
I think for me there was three main things that really stood out in having people come alongside us. The first thing was money. We were able to have a definite budget and know that it would be stuck to, nothing would blow out, and that if we did have any problems along the way, there was great communication. Communication between us and Daryl and Craig, but also communication between us and the builder. If there was a problem, it's not in the building process that you're not going to have problems, but the great thing about any problems that came up was that it was clearly communicated and solutions were sought. And I guess the third main thing was also tapping into Coastal Property Solutions' great contacts that they have. So we knew that if we were getting a builder, they'd used the builder before, they knew that he was good, he would get things delivered on time, and he wasn't going to cause us too many problems. And to be honest, that happened. It was fantastic. We had no problems at all.
We initially approached a few project builders, and they were initially very positive about how they would be able to deliver and to do the job for us. But as the contours of the block became known to them, they started to add qualifying statements and caveats and it became quite obvious that the costs were going to blow out significantly. And in the end they eventually said they would not be able to do that any house on our block of land because it has got an incline on it. But we talked to Daryl and Craig and they let us know what would and wouldn't work. The traps in a slab house versus a pole house, the pros and cons of each. And in the end we had a combination of the two. It's half slab and half pole, and it's worked perfectly for this block. So that's been a great thing, not to just have a blanket project builder statement that they can do it at the start and then which slowly slides into no, but to have a group of people who are able to give us experienced wisdom as to what will and won't work and what can work or be tailored to work for a given block of land.
Another one of the big positives with going with people to help you manage the build is time management. Most people nowadays are quite busy. I'm a busy mother, Paul's busy at work, and we didn't want to have to deal with all the small little details that we didn't want to have to be asked every time about different things. So it was great to be able to hand over all those issues to people who knew what they were on about.
It's been a great experience to go with Coastal.